Chihuahua. Good morning. Oh, bitch, be gone spray this morning. Oh gosh, that smells really good. I should spray that more often. It is Palo Santo and sage. It smells so amazing. It really, really does. I got it all over me. What does that tell you? Right? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't put chai in my breakfast thing, so I'm not chewing it. That was disgusting. Who does that? It's disgusting. Good morning, Diana. How are you this morning? Zenny. Are you guys seeing all of the art going up on Late Bloomers and the private? If you're not in the membership, you can't see the membership site, but I'm going to share it to my mystical life. You guys are so much fun. Last night's class, it was one about the art. You're wondering what that was? That's art. That's spirit art. Like, what the hell's going on? What is all this stuff? Good morning, Colleen, Lisa, Anne, Kelly. Project training. Elizabeth, good morning. Then let's talk real quickly since you're going off project training. So bummed you missed last night. Oh, we're doing another one next month. It's a different type of spirit art. We're doing another spirit art next month. Yeah. So I'll have the materials list up for that at the beginning. At the beginning. That's okay, Amber. You can watch it. And when you have an extra 15 or 20 and you want to do it, go for it. Good morning, my husband. Even put makeup on this morning. It was a lot of fun. You know, when you go to get the supplies, so Amber, when you go to get the supplies, when you step up to the paint, only pick out 3 or 4 colors, and they're about $1 a piece. So only pick out 3 or 4 colors that ring with you, and those are the colors you're going to use. You're not going to use, actually, 2 to 3 colors is better, because when you start putting a lot of paint together, it turns brown. So you only want to pick a couple colors, and then you can use an old paintbrush. You can use so many different ways to put the paint down. Watch the video. You can see how many different ways that you can do it. It really is. It is fun. It is fun. You can see your guides in there. So, anyways, good morning. Good morning. That's funny. Not talking about anything in particular today. You know, one of my things that I do want to talk about today is making sure you're careful what you ask for. When you lay something at your guide's feet and say, you do whatever's in my best interest. How many of us have done that and then said, well, no, that's not in my best interest. How do you know? No, I don't think that that is correct. And you resist, right? How many of us have done this? I've done it in the past. And we just go, no, I'm going to do it anyways. I've done this in the past. And if you've heard I've been kicked in the head by a horse story, that's a good example of that moment. Oh, that's my coffee. I'm like, what the hell is on my desk smoking? It's a really good example of, I knew my guides were like, you shouldn't be going to that barn today. And I was like, but I have a horse show. And me, I have my husband over there going, jumping up and down, me. What would I do anyways? I walked out there, didn't listen to my guides, and I clipped that horse anyways, and he clipped me. And I had a concussion. You know, you deal with a concussion for a while. Whatever. But Richard handled it very, very well and made sure I was okay. And my head just kind of buzzes. You be careful, hence now boyfriend. Be careful what you ask for. Not so much be careful what you ask for, because we want to bring in the things that are going to benefit us, right? We always want to bring in the things that are going to enrich our lives and enrich our journey, all of that stuff. Nor did you listen to my husband. No, I didn't listen to my husband that day either. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, but thank you for bringing it up. Thank you, honey. I love you. But when you do get, when your spirit comes forward and says, okay, I'm going to, you didn't listen to Married My Second Psycho. I'm going to do it my way anyways. You may have dropped something in front of me, but you know what? I'm going to do it my own way. And resistance is futile sometimes. You can resist. You can resist. But when spirit guides say, okay, we're going to drop an obstacle, then you go with the obstacle sometimes. You just have to, when you start to learn to go with the flow and just follow what your guides say, then things work out probably different than what you actually thought that was going to happen or wanted to happen, and you just go with it. Right? And that is a process. It's a process. It's not an easy process. It's a sucky process. But when you can actually go, I'm going to go with the flow and just move forward with it, and whatever happens, happens, because I laid this in front of my guides and said, bring to me what is for my better good, my highest good. Why would we argue? Why would we argue? Spirit sends us tests to heal out so that we can get what we really need. Absolutely. My mom used to why I always chose to do things the hard way. I think it was my learning process. Yeah, we learn really hard. We learn really great in those storms, don't we? Always do. So, sometimes we need to step back and listen a little better. Sometimes we need to step back and go, okay, there's a lesson here. I understand that. What's my lesson? How am I going to learn and grow and move forward from this? So if you guys ever have stuff like that happen and you're just sitting there going, why me? Why me? Why is it happening? Why is it happening to me? You might need to change your verbiage and say, why is this happening for me? Why is this happening for me? What am I supposed to learn from this? How do I move forward? What are the nuances of the actual lesson? Because it may not be exactly what you think it is. It may go deeper. It may go deeper, much deeper. So resistance, to the resistance. It's futile. Because here's what's happening. If you don't learn the first time, when do you learn? Eventually, some other time, in the same lifetime or the next lifetime. Avoidance doesn't cure anything, does it? Resistance is futile. How does that go? Live long and prosper? Did I just set like people off on their knees? Those are the same thing. They're not the same thing. Oh wait, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. That's Star Trek, right? That's Star Trek, Live Long and Prosper. Yeah, that's Star Trek. I didn't know I could do that. I had no idea I could do that. Oh. Ah. It's the same thing. Well, I thought I did a Star Wars thing. May the Force be with you. That's the Star Wars. I have so many anger issues. I have so much anger because my path has been so hard. So many bad people. I'm having a hard time letting go. But you understand that it's part of the path. And it is Star Trek. Then you have to understand that the only one in charge of your anger is you, and that the people that step into our lives and cause these issues actually have decided to do that a long time ago. Not in the moment, not in this lifetime. They decided to come in and be an issue, life between lives, where they love you the most. Where they say, I love you so much that I'm trying to help you learn a lesson. So let's throw these huge obstacles, and you're going to be really pissed and you're going to hate me probably. But I've done this on a soul level. So stop looking at other people as so much as a It's just the meat suit that's walking around that's pissing you off, and more like the soul on the other side that says, I'm going to come help you. How can you learn from this experience what you like, what you don't like? And then you start to shift your perception a little bit deep, a whole lot deeper into the mechanics of what goes on in our lives. Because it's not just, I got plopped here. It was by happenstance. You chose every single person that's in your life. Every single one. Kind of pisses you off at yourself, doesn't it? Because you're like, why would I do that? Because if it was all sunshines and rainbows and unicorn farts, you wouldn't learn anything. Nothing. Nanu is Mork and Mindy. I love that show too. I love that show too. Yes, good vibes, not negative ones. Good vibes, not negative ones. But I know that's a hard way to look at it. It's a hard way to look at it, because then we have to take that small amount, not a small amount of responsibility, but a fairly large amount of responsibility for everything that's happening in our lives, but not on this conscious level. Like, we didn't consciously make that decision to be in pain so much as we did on the other side. And we said, we're going to watch this, watch how we rack this up. Watch how we rack this up. And ghost mamas. Unicorn farts, like Skittles rainbows. I don't know. I think if they drop one, maybe. I can tell such an embarrassing story about our youngest right now, but I'm not going to. Good morning, everybody. We're talking about responsibility and our soul purpose. Or not our soul purpose. Oh, please don't start on our soul purpose. Oh my gosh. Our responsibility for learning. It is our responsibility to learn from the people that are difficult. It is. We have to be able to examine the situation, right? Who has had a situation like this in their life where they feel like, holy crap, I thought it was somebody else? You know, taste the rainbow. Ew. Good morning, everybody. If everybody could share one time, that'd be fabulous. I love you. You know I love you anyways. Stay positive, even though go with the flow. And it's hard sometimes, isn't it? Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Sometimes the things we thought we wanted really bad pass us by. And we have to go with it. And we have to go with it. Because it's part of our lesson. And we have to learn to be okay with it. It sucks. I know. And you always coming somewhere down the line. Like, I know I said soul purpose. Soul purpose, you guys. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Our soul purpose changes. It's never nailed to the wall. It's like Jell-O. Nail Jell-O to the wall. It's going to change, right? You've had one of those, what the hell was I thinking moments? So true. Every day we work learning from them not to get there to that level and use control, right? So a lot of people, and there's several things on a spiritual journey that people just nail and nail and nail. Soul twin flames, soulmates, and life purpose. Okay? I'm going to tell you that while they do exist, they're never nailed to the wall. Thought of my soul purpose, but then I realized whatever I do, there is a form of service for someone. Absolutely. Everything we do affects somebody else, right? And it may be, and I love the movie Soul. Sam and I will just sit and watch. Good morning, Tanya. Sam and I will just sit and watch Soul. Or, you know, because, right, Fry? Right? Because it has a great message in it. And when it comes to soul purpose, you may think that your soul purpose is, because people are like, oh, I feel like my soul purpose is to be a healer. You know, your purpose is to be a healer no matter what. Every single one of us. We are put on this planet healers, every single one of us, because of our natural, our meat suit chemistry. We are connected to the earth. We're connected to the divine through vibrations and through electrons and all of the biology that we have. We are walking, healing energy, every single one of us. So cross that off. Was I put on this life, in this life, was part of my purpose to be a healer? Absolutely. There you go. That's off. Done. The difference is, do you know how to use it? Do you know how to be a facilitator? So that's where education comes in. Is it my sole purpose to learn how to use my natural healing energy to facilitate? Sure. Okay. If you want to put that in there, consider your sole purpose as a basket. What can I put in that basket? Right? And I have to tell you that this is a channeled message. I have to give you that right there. Okay. This is actually we're gonna call this Metatron. I purposely put on my Moldavite this morning. Moldavite, lots of Moldavite, and I purposely put it on because I was like, that looks like something I should do this morning. Why not? So consider your soul purpose a basket where you're collecting things. It isn't one thing. Your soul purpose isn't one thing. Your twin flame, while they may be out there, may come into your life to torture the shit out of you. That may be their purpose. That may be the thing they're looking to check off and put in the basket from the other side, where they're like, I'm going to help you grow. That might be my sole purpose. So do you realize that somebody that's come against you and caused you so much grief, that might have been part of their thing, is their purpose was to help you grow. Check it off, put in the basket, right? Soulmates. People, there's this soulmate obsession, right? We want to find our soulmates. Guess what? Check that off, put it in your basket. You found them. The people you're here with are your soulmates. You're not gonna consider playing a baseball game. No, basketball, because you have to have really good communication in basketball. Believe it or not, I played basketball for a little bit. I was really bad at it because my brain wouldn't hold the moves. It wouldn't hold the plays. That's so funny. Wouldn't hold the plays, so I was always stumbling around. But you have to know, right? And you have to know the play. Other team members have to know it so you can all function together. Imagine playing a game of basketball and every play, people were switched out with whole new people that you didn't know. Total strangers. And you're standing on the court and somebody calls a play and you have no idea whose play it is. Like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Right? How confused would you be? How confused would you be? If you haven't played basketball, just imagine it. I refused to quit, but I had the hardest time remembering, and now I understand. But at the time, it was like useless information. My brain was like, no, we're not doing this. So consider you start a game of basketball, people you don't know. Do you think you're going to win? Or do you think you're going to fumble around? Then play a game of basketball with people you know, people that you're used to their patterns. You know their soul. You know what they're going to do. You can read them so easily. That is our soul group. When we come back here, time after time after time after time, we come with our soul group because they are familiar to us and they love us. And some love us more than others. We have tiers of groups of this. You play the 5th grade. It was horrible. I know. I hated being in games. I was like, please don't put me in, coach. I'm just that bad. I can make a free throw though. But I mean, other than that. So your team, your soul group, check that off, put it in the basket. You already have 3 things in your basket. You've probably run into or will run into your twin flame, because somebody's going to create change in your life, or you're going to create change in somebody else's life. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a love connection. And if it's a love connection, oh my goodness, it can be very, very rocky until you guys learn the lessons you're trying to teach each other and you figure out your guys' patterns. Okay? You're a natural healer already. So we already have 3 things in our basket. 3 things in our basket. So what else do we think I believe so too, Isis. She says, I'm pretty sure a few members of the late bloomers community is my soul group and family. I believe it. We come together for expansion, right? We come together to unite each other. That's why we are dropped into each other's lives. And I love that you said that. I really do. Because you are like this huge, integral, pivotal part of the group, whether you believe it or know it or not. And there's some key members that are mentors. And people, if they comment, I know that there's going to be a group of people that are going to comment on a question. I just know they are, because they are helpers. They are, and I'm not talking about just in the group. I'm talking about in life. They're the type of people that'll be like, let me help you. So when this first started, when the group first started, honestly, it was by accident. I know you probably heard me say that before. My Mystical Life membership is an accident. It was not intended. And that's so totally normal, Amber. We were doing Reiki classes. I was going to record some Reiki classes, and I was going to put them up on this new webpage. I was developing a new webpage. And I went, oh, look. And this happened overnight. Look, they have a membership page. And then boom, this happened. So, but it had been coming into existence for 10 years. Because my guides kept going, you need a community, you need a community. And I just thought I needed a community, and we needed a community to teach me. That's what I thought the community was. But I didn't realize that the community was, we are all teaching each other. And it just is one big uplifting. We are all there for each other. It was turned into this most amazing thing, right? So when it comes to your life purpose and you think you know what you want, this reflects right back into the beginning, right? You think you know what you want. And then our guides go, yeah, but you think you know, but you really don't. That's not what you said you wanted to do on the other side. So I'm going to start laying things in front of you that are going to take you where you need to be. And what you thought might have been your sole purpose actually becomes a grouping of lessons that lead you in a certain direction. Now, when you get close to, this is what makes this a little unfair, and we're the basketball reference, or no, it's a football reference, sorry. When you think you are getting close to the aha moment. Who's had an aha moment? Who on here has had an aha moment where you are just set back going, Spirit is amazing. Spirit is amazing. I don't understand, but wow. My human brain can't grasp how cool the occurrence is that just happened. But I'm in wow. Who's had that happen? Oh my God. I've had it like 4 or 5 times in the last 2 or 3 years where I just look at Sam and I'm like, I'm borderline freaked out right now. Because just because you have experience doing intuitive work, don't think you don't ever get freaked. Okay? I'm gonna lie to you. Sam's like, pick me. I ain't gonna lie to you and say, oh, we just take it with a grain of salt and go, oh, look, Spirit. Sometimes we go, did you see that shadow over there? Turn on some more lights. Right? I don't turn lights on, but I mean, stuff like that, right? But it's the really profound ones where you get hit in the head with a 2x4 that you learn lessons. And what you thought might be coming down the pike for you might totally change. I guarantee you there are some things I didn't anticipate in this life. I'll name them. Mine was journals I kept since I was 7. I literally have a journal of things coming, not always exact, but but enough to go to. This is why I wrote this. Absolutely. It's why we journal, right? It's why we journal. I'm going to give you a short list. I'm going to give you the short list of things I didn't anticipate happening in my life. Oh, I'll start younger. Okay. It was drilled into my head very young that I was not to get married until I was almost 30. I didn't anticipate getting married until later on in life. I was the first one in my friends group to A, get pregnant and be married at 18. I did anticipate owning a salon because I was drop dead absolutely serious that was what I was going to do. And I am very proud to say that we as a family made it actually a functioning, prosperous business, and it went very, very well. That's not a surprise to me because, well, first of all, I'm very determined. I'm like a dog on a bone, and it's a horrible poor Sam. Poor Sam. Everybody say a little prayer for Sam. And then let's go into the things in adulthood that I didn't anticipate. I didn't anticipate this. None of it. I didn't anticipate hearing spirit, talking to spirit, religion of any sort. And this isn't religion, this is spirituality. I didn't anticipate any of it. I anticipated having my salon until the day I died. Our salon, I say mine, but it was ours. And that was pretty much it. I had no grand expectations for this lifetime. And then everything changed, and my guides changed where my goalpost was and said, look, you've accomplished this. You feel accomplished. You needed that sense of satisfaction. And I'm just realizing this at this moment. So I'm having an epiphany, a wow moment right now. Okay. You needed that sense of achievement, that sense of I can do things. I am capable. Drop some old belief systems I had about myself when I was much younger, insecurities and things like that, and slip over into that. Those lessons led me to have the self-confidence to believe in yourself, to actually believe your messages. You know how important that is on our spiritual journey? It is so important. And it is, I hope, one of the things that people get out of the classes that we take and that we do. And that is because the reason I teach the classes the way I do is it is about you. You realize this whole thing, this whole journey is about you. It's about your self-confidence and what you can build within yourself to believe in yourself, to take in the message. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you cannot hear the message. And this is a lot of things that people are having an issue with. I'm not catching this. I'm not figuring out. My guides don't do this. My guides don't do that. Have the confidence in yourself to allow the message to come across and trust yourself to listen. And all of a sudden, things fall into place. There's something in my office. They're like, this morning, they're like, preach it. Preaching, teaching, not preaching. But I just saw, and I don't have anything right here. I just saw, I don't know if you guys saw it, something right here. I was like, okay. I didn't anticipate meeting the bloomers. This is Tanya. It's still my favorite story when I popped online early with your group for another event by mistake. It happens, right? There's no mistakes. And we love you. Is there still space available in your class, Tanya? I had a near-death experience, so I try to help people lose their fear of dying so they can move on peacefully. This is a big deal. Thank you so much. That is a huge deal. Huge deal. I know. I know, Sam. I'm like, wow. No, really, it is channeled this morning. Absolutely channeled. And look, there's the first video. It's been a busy week within late bloomers. We've had the spirit art class. Sam did the crystal class on the care of the crystals. And then we had the late bloomers chat. So all those three things will be put into the late bloomers today. And then Friday, we have a sale. At what time, Mr. Fry? Because I can't remember. I can't remember. Am I visible again? Am I visible again? Am I visible again? Won't you start singing? Someday your prince will come. No? I'm frozen. 5 p.m. Central. Okay, thank you, baby. I'm not frozen. My screen went off. Okay. Shall we sing Disney tunes? And you know what? And actually, that all things happen for a reason, right? Because at that point, Metatron's like, we're done. Jeez. Hi, Lexi. We are fun people, right, guys? Give me a whoop whoop, you guys. Nail art. Ooh, who's nail art? Hi, nail art. I want to see your nail art. That was my thing, man. That was my thing for years. Nail art. I didn't get it done. I did it. I was a nail technician for a long time. Long time. I got a whoop whoop. So those videos will be up. Our next class is going to be on the 24th. That is on fairy gardens. We are going to talk about, I did actually won some international competitions. Yes, that's me bragging. But I will always say one of my favorite things to do is nails. I just put my nails back on. I hadn't had them on in like a decade. And I just put them back on and they're kind of rugged right now. But I thought about putting nail art on them and I thought, oh, sounds like work. So didn't do it. We don't have rules. So what I do is I scroll through, and when guides tell me to pick a name, and then I will do a reading for that person. But I just scroll through until my guides tell me to work with somebody. The song, I feel it in my fibers, I feel it in my toes. So the 24th, we have fairy gardens. Keep in mind, you guys, there is a lunar eclipse on the 26th. Tammy Manzo informed me of this. She informed me of this. Like, if you guys have not had if you guys haven't had a reading from Tammy Manzo, North Node Venus Astrology, she's amazing. I actually wrote this down about 3 months ago. And she said this is the perfect time to remove old issues. So the 26th is a lunar eclipse, and she says it is a time to remove old issues and to work with light language also. So there's just a lot of things going on at that time. And then the 21st, we have Member Spotlight, but I haven't picked anybody for Member Spotlight yet. I've asked for volunteers. So if you guys are in the private membership, head over if you want to be in the Member Spotlight, and we just talk about your path and how you got where you are and where you want to go. And we just really kind of have fun. Really, it's kind of a bullshit session. So then we have Shamanic Chat. If you're in the Shamanic Apprenticeship, that's on the 29th. And then June, Mr. Fry, have you chosen a crystal for June yet? Because I have to start working on the newsletter. We have the business end of intuition on the 7th, crystal class on the 14th, the art class on the 21st, and then we're going to do gnome homes. We're going to do gnome homes in the last week of June, in addition to all the other things that we have going on. What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is, but that's something. All right. No, you have not. We hope to think that we are a lot of fun, but I really hope that we are informative as well. We're going to be taking one of our classes and turning it into a mashup. We did that this past week. And because synchronicities, things didn't work out. I was supposed to be doing a channeling session, trance channeling, and some things fell through. But we're going to alternate those first after we get done with the business end of intuition. We're going to be doing a mashup either between chats. We're going to take one of the classes and make it either chat or channeling session. Oh, Tanya, we'll have to talk about your collection. I would love, that's what I want to do with these the gnome home and the fairy gardens. I want to see people's pictures of what they're already doing, because this isn't just, I'm going to talk about what kind of flowers to plant, what they like to have, the elemental that goes with that, which would be, of course, the fairy or the gnome. And then what you guys are doing to do this as well, because I think it's just really interesting, and I don't have all the ideas. I want to have all the ideas. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, yeah, you have to keep your nails trimmed for a massage therapist. Everybody that you give a massage to appreciates that. Okay, let's pull a card. We are going to be doing Manifesting Mondays, actually, Gina. We're going to, so we try to keep everything super affordable. You can join for as little as $11.11 a month, right? So we try to keep it super, super cheap, cup of coffee. But Mr. Fry, when we get to Santa Fe, he's going to start doing some Manifesting Mondays. And that is going to be how to bring in things and stuff. Now, manifesting doesn't just include material things and money. You have to have the whole package, right? Because sometimes your income is related very closely to your emotional status for manifesting. Matter of fact, all the time. Because if you are saying the buts with it, you're like, I need this. First of all, don't need it, want it. Okay? Because if you need it, they're only going to give you what you need. And if you are going, even if you go, I want it, but the bills are in the way, let's get rid of the bills. What did you just do? Can anybody tell me what I just did in that? What did I manifest? Anybody tell me? Boom, 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 boom. Anybody tell me? I know you guys know the answer. What time is it? 10:30. I'm gonna roll. More bills. Yep. You just manifested more bills because you ended it with more bills, and you probably had more emotional investment in those bills because they are a barrier than the manifestation. And but. And but. So watch The Secret. If you guys haven't watched The Secret, Gina, watch The Secret. No, not paying the bills. More bills. Yeah, you manifested more bills. Just because energy doesn't know. It has no idea. Paying the bills would mean more money. But instead you thought about those bills. The bills are what's in the way, right? So you manifest more bills. So watch The Secret if you've not watched it online. Damn! Electronics. Am I here now? Watch The Secret. Watch The Secret. Watch The Secret. It's not really a secret. Okay. Okay. I really didn't feel, okay, thank you, like I needed to do a card today. Okay. But let's go to Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. I think it's a great year to go to Hawaii. I don't pull from this deck very often. It's a beautiful deck. You're manifesting a small lottery to buy crystals. Got a notification that I won. Spent $20 entry and won $5. Yeah. The smoke behind you kind of freaked me out for a minute, right? You guys like my diffuser? That's our essential oil diffuser. I am being bathed in sweet orange right now. I'm like, happy. So if you're trying to manifest a career, you don't know what you want to do. Does that block the manifestation? No. Set your intention to find a career, to have a career laid in front of you, an opportunity laid in front of you that is going to enrich your soul. See yourself working and taking money, taking in a paycheck and just being happy about it. Accept the paycheck in your mind and be like, this is awesome. That's how you get there. I love Hawaii too. I like Hawaii, honey. I like Hawaii. Okay. Yes, accept it. Write yourself a paycheck. Put on the thing from Dream Job. Write yourself a paycheck. Put it on the wall. How much do you want to make a week? Put it up there. I know it seems like I'm freezing a lot today. Okay. My cards are jumping all over the place too. Okay, so here we go. Let's pull a card. Not seeing like button on YouTube. Oh, is there supposed to be a like button? I think it's just a follow and a ding, 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 right? I don't know. I don't know, Heidi. I don't know. Okay, card right here. You can't make this stuff up, right? Oh, Alana. Bring yourself up. This one's overcoming grief. But this is about rising up. This is about rising up out of the ashes, rising up out of despair, rising up out of emotional issues that feel like they might be laying you down in this lifetime. So this is about manifestation as well. I'm definitely looking at that lotus flower there, thinking of the crown chakra, bringing in healing and allowing things to drop away. Because the more you allow in light, the more grief drops away, the more frustration drops away, the more aggravation drops away. And it happens so gradually that one day you just go, wow. One day you have an aha moment that you can turn back and go, I'm not the same person that I used to be. So allow light in, bring yourself up, uplift yourself, and uplift others, because we need that right now. We absolutely need that right now, don't we? It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I can read it to you if you'd like, but allow yourself to experience your feelings. You can move through grief and reconnect with the joy of love. Strive to be loving and gentle with yourself as you journey through this transitional time in life. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, I'll show you the cards. The other Hawaiian cards I don't use very often. They're the mana cards. And I love the mana cards, but I just need to absorb them a little bit more. So with that, y'all, I'm out. I hope today has been beneficial, and that everybody has a wonderful afternoon, and take the rest of the day with open eyes. Go through the rest of the day with your open your eyes and see what messages you have coming from your guides. Ask for them and say, hey, how can I get past X, Y, Z? And sometimes the answer sucks. But then we have to sit back and go, why does the answer suck so bad? Why am I so invested? Why do I need this? What does this feed? So, all right, guys. I've got stuff to do. So I will talk to you guys later. Have an amazing afternoon. I might put makeup back on and get on later on this afternoon. So this evening. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.